Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. It's probably been about a month or so since my last update. Um, as you can see, the Ramcharger has now been completely disassembled for the most part. I don't know what I'm doing with this chassis yet. I think more than likely I'm gonna probably see if I can sell it. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I don't need these axles for any of the other projects I have going on around here. So this will probably just end up sitting here for a while. The only other thing I may need off of here is maybe some of the hardware that holds like these gas lines and brake lines on here. I don't know if the good Ramcharger has all that stuff in place or if they're in the boxes that came with it. So it'd be kind of nice to know, come back here and look at this frame to know what I need. I guess to back up the story a little bit here, if you're just tuning into this channel now, I purchased this truck a couple years ago from my brother, who purchased it from his buddy. So it's been in the group for a while. It was a running, driving truck. It was rusty as hell, being here in Wisconsin most of its life. Now I bought this as an 84, but somebody prior to my brother's buddy buying it, they kind of pieced together a bunch of different Ramchargers to build this truck. Like, for instance, this chassis and the body was an 86 or 87. It's titled as an 84. There's a bunch of 84 parts on here that I'm assuming are, because the dash is blue and there's a lot of other blue parts that go with this truck, and there's also possibly even older truck. Those parts are red. So this was a bit of a Franken Dodge, I guess you could say. I did about a year or two ago. I guess maybe now I've had this maybe about four-ish years. And I've had this other Ramcharger that has the nicer body on it. We'll go down and take a look at that. I did keep the roof off of that Ramcharger, as I feel when we get to the truck project, it will become clear why I kept this. So I may have to cut that up and use it for the truck. But this is what I refer to as the good Ramcharger over here. This is also an 84. I'm not going to tear it all apart. This was somebody's project. They tore it apart. They lost the spot where they were working on, so they had to get rid of it. So I picked this up for a halfway decent price. You can see they're starting to clean up the frame pretty well. It does have these nasty ass wheels on it, which I will be changing out. That chassis over there, I think, had like a 4-inch lift. I think this is supposed to have like a 6-inch lift on it, I want to say. Or a 4. To tell you the truth, I don't even remember. I didn't even write it. I wasn't even that worried about what size the lift was, because I could always change it later, because I don't know what kind of condition its chassis is in. But for the most part, the worst part of this truck is right here, which is in far better shape than what that other truck was. And then it's also the same way in front of the wheel. And I believe the other side of the truck is also like this, but not nearly as bad as this is. But for my level of bodywork skills, this is easy for me to take care of. Can we lift it up some more? No. Now I did have a a tree fall on it this winter. I think it escaped any kind of serious damage. For the most part, that tree didn't completely fall. It kind of uprooted itself, as you can see. When I cut like a lot of the weight off, it sprung back. I did take the tarp off this winter and kind of check it. I don't see any major dents going on. Now, I did have, when I cut it, I did kind of bring one of the heavier branches down right here, and there is a bit of a dent. But the fender covers this area, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Now I kind of want to do a nicer build on this truck, but I'm not going for a perfect show truck or anything like this. I want to be able to drive this and have fun and do truck stuff with it. As for now, the Ramcharger project is probably going to go on hiatus for a while, probably till next winter. Mainly because it took me 6 months to disassemble that one, so it's probably going to take me even longer to reassemble it. Because what my plans are is I'm going to reassemble this truck almost to running order. I probably won't put the interior back in it, but I'm going to get it all the way back together so I can remember where everything goes. And then from there, we'll start on doing body work on it and doing this and that, and slowly getting around to building this truck. Then another reason why I do kind of completely want to put it, not completely, but most of the way back together, is so that I can have it running. And when it's running, it's easy to move around from place to place, and it's not in the way. Now, I may or may not clean and paint the frame before I do all that. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. It would be the easiest to do it now. Well, most of it is stripped off of there, other than the body. But, you know, I don't know. We'll have to see what I do when I get to that point in time. Then the rest of the body, the shitty parts of it are all in a pile there waiting to be taken to scrap. And then I got a bunch of parts here I need to get cleaned up and put away. There's the gas tank out of it. There is gas in there, so I need to figure out how I'm going to get that out. There's actually a lot more gas in there than I thought there was. I thought that tank was almost empty when I pulled it in here. You know, 80s Dodge trucks, their gas gauges, they barely worked right back in the 80s. I've been trying to go through and kind of clean up and organize my parts so I can see what I got. These are the doors that came off the parted out one. As you can see, these are some of the red parts with the blue interior from the 84. These are good doors. That was that back hatch off it. That's the back hatch off the good one. So I have more than enough parts here to build a halfway decent good Ramcharger here. And these are the doors off the original Ramcharger. And I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but that good Ramcharger was a pretty cool color at one time. It was like a two-tone blue and either gray or silver. Then obviously someone came over and painted over this blah looking bluish white color or whatever it is. That might even be primer for all I know. I don't know. Obviously they didn't do it right because it's all peeling off. That might be a decent color to think about maybe putting back on there. the drive shafts off of that. But I really didn't want to go over 10 minutes, and I just went over the 10-minute mark. So we're gonna call this project a wrap-up for now till probably fall, winter time. I'll pull it in here, and that way I can think around with that next winter. And I'll talk to you guys later.